What is going on, everybody? Shepster here. This video is going to be about my new computer build that actually got done about a week ago. We got quite a few new parts in. It's like a beast now. So it's just going to be a little sort of video on the rundown of my parts, how it looks, how it outperformed my last one. So get straight into it. So, starting off first things first, the old processor I used to have was the i7 3770K. We did overclock it when I had it. It was really good, like, you know, for playing games. It still managed to like run all like the newer games and whatnot. It just wasn't really the best when I try and stream said better games. It just couldn't really handle it because it is only a 4-core processor, whereas my new Ryzen is obviously 8 cores, 16 thread. It's 3.9 gigahertz. I've overclocked mine to 4.3 gigahertz. The thing is just, as you can see, it's just so much more powerful than the other one. I'll just let you guys sort of have a little read of everything on the screen. It's just, it just blows it out of the water, especially with like the overclock, and the motherboard that we've got is like one of the best boards out on the market at the minute for overclocking. There's so much you can do to it. It has liquid nitrogen cooling if you wanted to go, you know, that extra step and push the PC to its absolute limits. But yeah, man, I've not had a single issue with this processor whatsoever. Rendering videos as well, it is like 10 times more faster than my old one. Rendering a 10-minute video on the i7, it sometimes take me over an hour. This new Ryzen does it in like 15-20 minutes. It's nuts. So one of the things about this build that I was really excited about was the Wraith Prism intercooler for the processor. It's really cool. It's RGB, so you can basically set the colors to sort of how you want it, sort of like you would on a keyboard. You can set it to static, rainbow, swirl, chase, bounce, the Morse code. I'm assuming that you can like type in your own Morse code and it will sort of read your own one. I haven't sort of messed about with it yet. The color cycle, so it will just cycle through obviously each color and then breathe in, so it will like come on and turn off. Rainbow is my favorite at the moment because it, you know, just goes through the rainbow. Pretty cool. So that's the ring LED. So this like outer parts. You can change the fan. You can change it to static again. So it will just cycle through. I know static's just white. That's completely my bad. Color cycle, so it will cycle through all of the colors, which I've got it on at the moment. And breathing, so obviously it will breathe in, breathe out, turn on and off, pretty much. The logo LED, which is obviously the little AMD, I've just got it on color cycle. Again, you can have it on static or breathing. I give everything on color cycle at the minute because I, you know, like how it looks when it's all going around doing its thing, which is pretty cool, I must say. So next up we have the motherboard. It's a AX570 Steel Legend AS Rock motherboard. The one thing that I've really loved about this motherboard, obviously, is that the S on the top left and parts at the bottom of the the motherboard, sorry, they are RGB as well. They do change color, and also I love the like white camouflage color that the motherboard has. This motherboard is apparently like the best on the market at the moment for overclocking. Like my old motherboard, this had 3 connection pins that need to go in it. Because of the liquid cooling that you can obviously do if you wanted to. It's a bit overkill, would be extremely expensive and hard to do, but that option is there if you guys did want to do it. The guy that built my PC said that this motherboard on the BIOS had an absurd amount of pages compared to my last one, and as well because of how new it is, a lot of people still don't really know what they're doing with it and how to overclock it fully. It's the same with like the processor as well. It's just an insane board. I'd highly recommend it to anyone who's getting into building a PC. So the next part of the build that's really cool as well is the RAM. It's Vengeance DDR4 RGB. which obviously is just a spectrum cycle. The other thing that you can do with it, it links with the IQ program, which is like the Corsair program, so you can control all of its color and lighting effects through here. It can copy your keyboard, I think. And another thing that's really cool, if you have the wallpaper engine app, the background, the keyboard changes to it and the RAM does. I'll put a video on the screen of that now, which is pretty thick. So we also got a new SATA drive. It's a 500GB Samsung one. That is basically just going to have Windows on it. So obviously Windows will start up super quick when you start up the computer. It's an upgrade from my last one. My last one was only a 120GB Samsung. But this one's like, you know, pretty new, and like 10 times the speed of my last one. Because I'm not connected directly to the router, I go through wireless internet connection. I got a new wireless like connection card, which is extremely powerful. It's ridiculous compared to my last one. On my last one, I used to cap out at like 12 megabytes per second, like downloading games, but this new one will go like up to 20 and above. Uploading videos to YouTube as well is a breeze. Like, it's so much quicker. Everything about this build literally blows my old one out the water by like 500 times, which is insane. So happy with this build so far. So altogether this build cost me, for just the parts alone, it was about £806. I did pay someone £100 to fit it for me, overclock it, transfer everything over, transfer the Windows over. So in my opinion, banging price. I'll leave all the parts in the description down below if you guys want to check out the parts yourself and maybe purchase them. It's a very good high tier build computer, I'd say. It's pretty high tier. It can handle like everything that I need it to, streaming wise and YouTube wise. Obviously all the games. We can run all the next gen games on ultra graphics. Very like here on 100 FPS, maybe over. But yeah, I want to thank you all for watching. Remember to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.